It's 2 a.m. You are staring at the same paragraph you've been reading for 20 minutes. The ticking clock is loud, the pages are blurring together, and your brain isn't absorbing a single word. Instead of learning, your mind is running an endless, exhausting math problem. If I finish 40 pages in the next hour, I can get exactly 3 hours and 12 minutes of sleep before my alarm goes off. This is where standard productivity advice falls apart. The Pomodoro timers, color-coded schedules, and active recall techniques cannot function when your nervous system is in a state of panic. The most effective study technique you can deploy in this moment involves no highlighters or flashcards. It requires stopping the internal spiral to clear the path for new information. Hitting a wall like this has nothing to do with your intelligence or your discipline. You are experiencing a state of mental friction that makes it biologically difficult to process data. Overthinking in an academic context is not a personality flaw. It is a runaway cognitive loop that actively consumes the energy your brain needs for memory and analysis. Psychologists refer to this as cognitive load. At any given second, your working memory has a finite physical limit on the amount of data it can hold. During a high-stress study session, anxiety rapidly fills your working memory capacity. When you push complex information into this overloaded system, the data ricochets away. But clear the panic and capacity returns, allowing your brain to seamlessly stack new concepts. Stress hormones like cortisol flood your system during a panic state, physically interfering with the hippocampus, the area of the brain responsible for encoding new memories. Trying to force an overthinking mind to study is counterproductive. The system must be reset before it can start capturing data again. To absorb more information, you have to consciously choose to think less. It requires an intentional shift. You stop treating learning like a heavy door you have to bash open and start allowing the information to flow in by removing the mental obstacles you've placed in its way. This contrast shows the difference between a forced mind and an allowed mind. Forgiving yourself for the hours you spent struggling acts as a pressure release valve that immediately lowers your cognitive load. Effective studying is not measured by hours of endurance, but by the quality of focus. When anxiety takes over, the most productive move is to recognize the limit and step back to regulate your nervous system. Academic progress relies on a quiet mind. The common habit of grinding through a state of panic produces mental fatigue, not knowledge. When you catch yourself reading the same sentence for the 5th time, execute this simple 3-step protocol immediately. Step 1 is physical. Stand up and step away from the desk. The open books and laptop screen are environmental triggers for your stress response. You have to break the line of sight. Step 2 is the release. Take deep, intentional breaths, extending the exhale longer than the inhale. This signals your body to stop the production of stress hormones. Step 3 is the anchor. Stop calculating how many pages are left or how little sleep you'll get. Instead, shift your attention entirely to the physical room around you, firmly tethering your mind to the present second. By flushing out the stress, you return your brain to a blank slate. Your working memory is clear, and your cognitive capacity is restored. Letting go of the internal chaos gives your brain the quiet it needs to do its job. You are enough. Now, focus.